Hey, how are you doing? Replay viewers, thank you so much for joining me. I hugely appreciate you. Give me a hashtag replay down in the comments so that I can give you a shout out at a later date. And I'm going to send you something extra special as well. But you have to give me a hashtag replay. So, what am I talking about today? I wanted to talk about my first time. Now, full disclosure, hey Zoe, thanks so much for joining me live. Full disclosure, this is not about that first time. This is all about my first time that I ever did a live video. Now, I was going to do this from the top of a hill near where I live, which is where I went to do my first time. And I went up there and it's a bit murky and misty today, so you can't really see anything. So I thought instead I'd come down here to the beautiful, beach, seaside, because this is where I live. So, hey Sean, thanks for joining me. Hey Al, thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so my first time. I first did my first ever live video in April 2017, so not really that long ago, like a year, I guess it's coming up for 2 years ago, like a year and a half ago, and I was terrified. Bizarrely, I love doing live video now, but before I ever went live, it took me about 2 weeks to even pluck up the courage to go live, because I can talk, I can stand on stages, I can do all of that stuff, but the thought of going live terrified me. There was a guy who I'd been networking with called Adam who told me over and over and over again, Sam, you've got to do live video, you've got to do video, you've got to do video, you've got to do video. So I was like, yeah, okay, fine, I'll do it. And I kind of had like a little bet going on inside with him. And he kept asking me, have you gone live yet? And then there was another guy in one of my networking groups who was like, Sam, have you gone live yet? And it got to the point where I was so embarrassed about saying, no, I haven't gone live. I was like, I've just got to go and do it. So I drove up to the top of this hill near where I live, and I stood there. And it was a bit weird because there were all these people around, because it's like a lookout point. You can see everything. And the whole point the reason I went up there is because you could see out and you could see like Portsmouth, Southampton, like all of these areas about a 15-mile radius probably from where I live. And I know them really, really well because my entire family are in a lettings business, and we've been doing it for 25 years. And I know all the roads and all the properties around, and the really good like lettings areas. So I thought I'll go up there and I'll talk about something I know, and it'll be nice like picture, and we can talk about where you should invest and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, it'll be really, really easy. So I get to the top of this hill and there are all these people staring at me. I was like, oh, I can't go live. Okay. So what I'll do instead is I'll record something and then I'll pretend there was no signal, even though it's at the top of this hill where there are loads of military forts and a really good signal. But I'll pretend there was no signal and nobody will ever know, and I'll post it, and nobody's ever going to watch it anyway. And I'd listened to all of the gurus who told me, or the video people, they told me, oh, make sure you do it landscape so that like when you post it up, everyone can see properly. Don't go portrait. Nobody goes portrait. So I did a landscape video. Big mistake number one. And then also I was at the top of this hill and it was really, really, really windy. So my hair was like blowing around all over the place. Hey Matt, thanks for joining me. Hey Steve. Hey Gavin. Thank you. So anyway, top of this hill, it's really windy. I've gone landscape and I'm looking around and I can't even go live because I'm too scared. So I then recorded it and I'm there talking about all these areas and I'm doing this and I'm turned away and you can't hear me, and it was terrible. And I ended up posting it in this group. It's a UK networking group. It's the biggest UK networking group. And I posted this video and I said, hey guys, can you give me some feedback? Thinking everyone's going to be really nice. Oh no, no they weren't. So people started telling me that I shouldn't play with my hair, that I shouldn't have the wind noise, that I should have a microphone and like a lavalier microphone, and I should do this and that and that. And it was awful. Like honestly, I've never had such kind of people jumping on me to critique me as quickly as I did posting in this group. Now, what I realised from watching all of these people is they'd never gone live on social media. And I'm proof I'm live. Here are some people walking along. You guys go past me, don't worry about it. So what I realised was, people who critique you on social media tend to not actually do the things that you're doing, and the reason they're critiquing you is because they are too scared to do the thing that you're doing. The whole thing about video being all perfect, it doesn't need to be perfect. People have just walked past me. It doesn't matter. Like, you guys then get to know that something's live. It's real. It's happening. And did you know that you get a better better connection with people when you're like this, when you're live with them, because they realise that you're not all perfect and polished, and therefore they feel like they can be more like you, which means they're more likely to buy from you. So yeah, Dave says, glad to hear you're human. Absolutely. And Sean wants to talk about Facebook Lives at FHL. FHL, if you don't know, is Funnel Hacking Live. I was talking to some guys in the Apple store today. My MacBook Pro's just been finished. It broke, it's now fine. And I was talking about Funnel Hacking Live, and they were like massively geeking out about it. And I always picked up a new client, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway, so you don't need to have studio quality video. And I was actually talking to a guy in the Apple store about this exact point today. Did you know, you might not know this kind of video where it's portrait and it's real and it's like unscripted performs better for actually, first of all, getting more engagement, and secondly, it's cheaper to run ads to this kind of video than it is if you've got Miss Perfect sat behind a desk, or Mr. Perfect sat behind a desk in a beautiful studio. I know lots and lots of people who have started doing videos, and I'm going to say they're probably scared to do live video just like this. And they started doing videos and it's all studio perfect because they're in their nice studios and they're sat behind a desk and it's all landscape, so they can automatically put it on YouTube, but it doesn't perform as well. So why would you do it? Why would you go to the expense of spending tens of thousands of pounds or dollars on equipment when it doesn't help you? I just don't get it at all. So you don't need anything to go live. I have created this free cheat sheet. It's getting rave reviews. I created it for Amy Porterfield's group of course creators who are terrified of going live, and I really want to help them. So I created this cheat sheet. They are loving it. I then put it up and everybody else is loving it. It's getting crazy cheap opt-ins at the moment. So if you want my cheat sheet, I will send it to you. I'm actually going to just put a link. No, I won't, because I'm here right now. I'm going to put a link later to the cheat sheet for you if you want to know how to do live videos so you actually get views, so you actually get people commenting, and most importantly, so you can convert your followers into buyers, because that's really, really important. I was listening to a podcast by Andy Frisella, who, if you haven't listened to him, make sure that you don't have any small children around, but if you're offended by the F word, then don't watch it at all. But I was listening to him and he was talking about the fact that they spend a lot of money on their influencers to promote their products. They've got fitness products. And he said that there is a massive difference between the people who have engaged followers who actually turn into buyers than people who just have hundreds of thousands or millions of followers who don't do anything apart from say, hey, you're pretty. I want to show you how to get video viewers who actually buy your stuff. And I can prove this because yet again, I've got another $1,000 this month from just promoting affiliate stuff. And I don't outly promote it. So I've just got people viewing my stuff and then they go on to buy the things that I use in my business because they believe so much in them, because they believe in me, and because I am so real showing that this stuff works. So if you want to learn how to do any of what I've talked about, go live on Facebook, on Instagram, whatever it is, then just send me a comment, give me a like. Tell me that you're loving this and I will send that stuff across to you. And in my group coming up, so I've got a Facebook group in my group coming up after I get back from Funnel Hacking Live. So the 25th of February, I'm starting a new 30-day challenge, which will be part of the ClickFunnels One Funnel Away challenge, but I'm doing my own accountability group, support group, giving you all the tools. If like the biggest problem everyone seems to come up with is that they haven't already got an audience to promote to. If they've got an audience, they're not really like an engaged audience, and that's where I can help you. Like I can help you build an audience from scratch if you want to. Like if you've got nothing now, it doesn't matter. So come into my group. I will be doing the One Funnel Away challenge again on the 25th of February. I've got my certificate making my $1,000 last time. If you want to make an extra $1,000 a month without having to do anything, this is the group for you, because I can help you build an audience where you help them, you give value, and then they will go and buy the stuff that you recommend, whether it's your product or someone else's product. It doesn't matter. You just have to give value to people. You have to be real. You have to build a connection. You have to help people. And I promise you, like, the world is your oyster. It's just amazing what you can do with social media. And when you just talk about your stuff, like I picked up a new client this morning at Apple. I picked up one last night at a soft play store. So like, you can pick up clients anyway. You just have to give value, and I want to teach you how to do that in the most authentic way. So if you love this, then give me a hashtag love, give me a hashtag live, give me a hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. I love you so much. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys all very soon.